How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I just want to get started by getting to know kind of a little bit more about you. So if you just want to tell me your name and age and maybe like who you live with.
Okay. So my name is Kendall and I'm 24 years old and I live by myself right now. So it's just me.
Ever been married or do you have any kids?
No, I've never been married and I don't have any kids. I don't plan on having any kids
Okay.
anytime soon either.
That's awesome. Working on yourself,
Mhm.
focusing on yourself. That's good. How about growing up? What are your parents and your brothers and sisters like?
So I have a blended family. So I have siblings from my dad and siblings from my mom. So for my mom, I have five siblings. I have three sisters, or four siblings, three sisters, and one brother. And then from my dad's side, I have four brothers. And yeah, three brothers and one sister. And they're my half siblings. So I have like half siblings and everything.
That's a big family.
Yeah.
How do you fit in with them? Are you really close with any of them or have any like arguments or anything with any of them?
So I'm really close with my sisters because we're sisters, so I'm really close with them. We argue from time to time, but they're just like normal sibling arguments. And I grew up mostly with them because my mom and my dad were together and they were for my mom's children. So I grew up with them most of my life. So I'm really close with them. And we get along well, but I do feel like the black sheep on that side of the family because they're more flashier and they like to be out there a little bit more. And I kind of enjoy private time and being by myself and not really speaking a lot. And then on my dad's side of the family, my brothers are like athletic and I love that. And I fit in more on that side because I like to ride horses and like race cars and fun stuff like that. And I'm not really too much about the spotlight.
That's good. I'm glad that you feel like you fit in well with them. Um, let's see. What about school? Did you graduate school? Did you go to college or anything?
So I just did high school. I did normal like K through 12. And I did after my sophomore year, I felt like I was behind. So I started online school. And I felt like that really helped me because my life kind of moves very fast. So going to school, it was hard to leave for like a week and then come back and be behind on many things. So I homeschooling was just better fit for my lifestyle.
Did you
And
like it?
yeah, I liked it a lot actually. I liked it a lot because even though I wasn't really with my friends, I still had friends like at school. So I would just hang out with them on the weekends and stuff.
That's awesome. A lot of people don't really like online school, but some people definitely find it better. Did you ever get in trouble when you were younger? Have any issues at school or with
Mm,
anything? That's good. What about your employment? What was your first job?
So my first job, I've been modeling my whole life, or not my whole life, but ever since was able to get a job. That's kind of like modeling is my passion. So my first job was I was a model for 17 magazine, and I like would be also on the side of brand ambassadors. I would go and like try to recruit girls who would want to like be featured in like our like normal girl like spreads and things like that. So yeah, I've been modeling. That's really been my only job.
It sounds like you work really hard in that, and you like it.
Yes, I love modeling.
How old did you say how old you were when you started?
So I started at around the age of like 13.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And have you always liked it?
Yes. That was when from the time I was younger, I told my mom, I made like a whole scrapbook of photos and like I showed her and I was like, I really want to model. So I made it happen. And yeah.
That's awesome. Following your dreams. Um, What about let's get into a little bit more tougher stuff. Have you ever used any substances or do you now?
I don't use any substances. So like I've done like alcohol. I do alcohol like recreationally. So I'll drink like maybe 1 to 3 glasses of alcohol. And but I have started recently becoming a weed smoker. I do like to smoke marijuana a bit. It kind of just helps with my anxiety. I feel it helps me like calm down, and it's kind of like more my vibe. I like smoking more than drinking.
Okay.
So
Uh, how do you feel when you're not smoking versus you said it helps with your anxiety? Like, tell me a little more about that.
So I feel like most of the days I am pretty normal, but because my schedule's so busy, I do model. So I'm traveling like 24/7. Last like month, I was only home like 2 days out of the whole month. Like, so my anxiety can get really high because I just feel like a big weight is like on my shoulders and I don't know how to deal with that. And like, I'll get really bad sleep paralysis, so I feel like when I get to like smoke marijuana, it kind of makes me relax a little bit more. And it's kind of more of like a natural remedy for me to help with my anxiety. Since my anxiety can get so bad.
Did you have any other ways to cope with that before you said you just recently started smoking? So what did you do before that?
Before that, I would do a lot of like yoga and I would do a lot of like, I would go to like meditation. A lot of meditation centers were really good for me. And just working out kind of helped that too. I like that. It makes me stress free.
Those are really good strategies. Do you still use those as well?
Yes, I try to ride horses a bit more because that helped me too. But I haven't rode a horse in a while now. But I used to use that as a form for to help with my anxiety as well.
That's good. You should definitely try to make time for that if you feel it's important to you, if you enjoy it. Um, have you ever had any mental health history other than anxiety? Is that diagnosed or you just feel self-diagnosed kind of?
I feel like it's self-diagnosed because I definitely like I know that I just think it's self-diagnosed. I haven't really had a doctor tell me I've had anxiety, but I know like how I feel and everything. So I'm like, I know this isn't normal.
Yeah.
And then what was your other question? Sorry.
Have you had any other issues with mental health or just a little bit of anxiety?
Okay, so yeah, it's just anxiety that kind of has impacted me.
Okay. How would you describe your mood generally?
I'm generally happy.
That's good. Um,
Not really. It's not really like that. Like I don't really have like horrible days every day. I'm genuinely in a pretty good mood.
I can tell you're a very upbeat person. Do you stress or worry about anything?
I think like I'm at the age where I kind of worry about like life, and sometimes I'm like, oh, like, am I gonna really be modeling for the rest of my life? Like, is this gonna fulfill me in 10 years? I kind of think about those things. And I feel like those kind of make me my sleep, like when I'm sleeping, it's not like real sleep because I'm still like thinking about so much. So yeah, that's kind of that situation.
So you have a lot of trouble with sleep.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, or do you wake up not really feeling rested?
I feel like it's all three. Like I'll have trouble going to sleep because I have so much on my mind, and then I like will wake up in the middle of the night and like not be able to go back to sleep. And then when I wake up, I like feel like I don't have any sleep, and also because like my schedule is so hectic, I don't really get to sleep as much as I should be sleeping to help with anxiety. So I think that kind of makes it worse as well.
What is your schedule like? What is like a typical day like for you?
So usually I wake up around 6 or 5. I wake up very early in the morning. And then my days usually filled with business meetings and fittings and, going over itineraries for any traveling I may be having to do with my assistant. And then usually around 12 or 1, I get lunch with my friends or family. And then usually after that, I'll do more business meetings throughout the rest of the day. And my days usually end around like 8, and I can go home and hang out with my friends and just kind of wind down for the rest of the nights.
That's good. I'm glad you make time to relax. It sounds like you're a very busy person.
I try. It can be hard sometimes though.
Yeah, do you what really brings you in today? Have you noticed like a deterioration in like your personal care, or just you feel extra stressed and anxiety lately?
I feel like it's just like with Fashion Week coming up, I feel like it's so much. I have to do like go to so many fittings, and I have to pick out so many dresses, and it's more. I know it sounds like just stupid problems, but it's so much more to that because I feel like I'm always on the go. I don't have time to really see my family, and I don't really have time for myself. I feel like throughout the day, there's always someone with me having to like help me get through the day and everything. And then, like I said, with the sleeping and the anxiety, like I just get really like I freeze up sometimes and I have to do a lot of things for the day because it can just get too hectic. So, yeah.
So, what I am understanding is, do you want to make yourself less busy, or just kind of feel less stressed with like the same amount of responsibilities you have now?
I definitely think I have taken on more than I should, like when it comes to the responsibilities, but at the same time it's like I can't really put my life on hold, so it's like I just kind of want a way to control the anxiety that I get from doing so much.
Awesome. Okay, I think that's something definitely we could work on. We've got a great start, and it's been really nice getting to know you and talk to you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, I'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
I have to figure out how to stop recording.